leave you, okay, go inside and stay in comfort. Today may be like this, tomorrow is like this, the day after like this. So we will be not able to compare during the time. So in this position, we take a normal position, that it means feet aligned, here aligned, you can see that it are a little aligned, there is only the left foot, let me see. Okay, try to look in front of you. One thing is important, the patient has not to look to the video. Because if you turn the head, so it is really important. The feet aligned, look one point in front of you. The distance of the plate from the wall must be, this is a little bit too much maybe, but it cannot be like this. Because if you have the wall like this, it will change the posture. It's too close to the wall. So put the plate something like this. The wall here and the plate here. Not the plate close to the wall, otherwise I'm not able to, it will change my posture. Okay, stand with the arms along the body. Stand like this, don't bite too much, don't turn the head, don't speak. The acquisition, don't breathe, yes, otherwise I kill you. To start the acquisition, you have a button here. Start. During this 5 seconds, the acquisition is, the plate is doing the acquisition. Now it's done. Move, and now you see. Acquisition completed. If you start again dynamic, here on the right side you have hardware, active hardware. Here you can activate additional hardware, in this case the camera. So in which place to put the camera, what we suggest? We suggest to have it, now we are almost good, now we move it a little. The camera should be placed straight to the acquisition. So horizontally aligned, vertical aligned, and you can see during the preview that we have the line. This line must be aligned with the plate. This button, and here you can open, import, let's say, picture or video coming from other sources, not from web. Okay. Any doubts here? Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. To save, you always close. And now you have video acquisition. So those are the most important acquisition that we can do. We have the possibility to do another test that is similar to the static, but is done on more seconds, so 51 seconds, for example. And you can see the movement of the body even during the standing position. So in this, but I will show you later. Now I want to focus on the install. With this acquisition that is called posturographic acquisition, you can, for example, compare the stability, opening the eyes, closing the eyes, giving, I don't know, a correction on the feet, making a treatment, and then put on the plate, and you can see if it's more or less stable and if it's spending more or less power to take the stability. But this is more on, we call it posturography. This is different from the orthotics or the dynamic movement. But
production of insulin.
Yeah, the production of insulin.
More for diagnostics.
No, it's more for diagnostics and not directly linked to the orthotics. Okay. Even it's true to say that the orthotics change the posture a lot.
And there is a big plus for this because
exactly.
So there are some devices who does only this type, so this is incorporated.
Exactly. This is a good.
You don't have to buy another device that make only the
postural. There is another important point. Now we have not speak about it. It's something more. But you can also acquire walking or standing with the shoes, and with the shoes plus the orthotic. So what you see, if you walk on the plate, the only thing that you have to take care that under the shoes you don't have stone or something that can damage the plate. But if you use the foot, and you will see in the dynamic, with the shoes, you will see which will be the result on the ground of the shoes and the insole, the shoes and the foot, and the shoes and the insole when you have done the insole. So for example,
without and with.
With and without. So it means that if, like me, I'm in pronation, if if you look my feet now, you see that I'm almost aligned. If I'm not using my insole, you see my foot, I'm totally inside. If you see it on the ground, you will see that without the correction, you see my feet. That is not support. At the end, you will have you will have on the plate the result of the correction with the insole, with the shoes, and before the shoes. The normality value is between 47 and 53. What does it mean? It means that it's normal if you have 47 and 53. If you have 46 and 54, you are a little bit outside the normality. It doesn't mean that it's a pathology. It means that in the normality of the population, the study that are under the Sensor, you are a little bit outside. In your case, you are within the normality because you have 48 and 50 and 52. So the repartition of the load is more than correct. Yeah. This is the starting point. I told you inside the software we have the template for the most common shoes on the market. We have classic shoes that can be classic men's shoes. We have sport shoes. We have shoes like how to say, German shoes that like Birkenstock. I don't know if you have here. So the shoes with okay, this typology. We have 3/4. We have basic. That is the basic is for kids. It is all rounded and so on. All these templates are inside this this menu. Yeah, you can see here comfort. This is rounded. You can see the preview. No, it's not easy to be there. You have this is like big Birkenstock. This is unisex style. This is sport shoes. This is I'm using the wheel on the mouse to change. Yeah, to change. Otherwise, you can open it here and choose it. So here you can, depending on the shoes, decide which is the template. You want to use it in the Nike? No, in the Asics. You told me. The Asics for sport. So we have unisex sport. This one is the sport shoes. It has a good arch because the running shoe that we have possibility to have a good arch. The forefoot is a little bit cut here, so it's larger, but it goes inside. It's not wide, so wide. And the heel cap and the heel is not wide because you need the stability. They have the stability. So this is exactly the one that you need for Asics. Yeah. Now I want to see something with you. We told before about the length. 40 is coming from the value that I told before. Yeah, 40. We say that this shoes is
40.5
to 40.5 millimeters, 25.5.
I think.
You see
25.5.
exactly. You see in the Nike 40 is 25.5. This is the standard sport shoes, 26.5. So each brand is different. For sure, it's better to have a longer insole than a shorter one, because if it's longer, you can always grind it with a grinding machine or cut it. But for sure, this one is too long for you, so you can, even the patient say 40 to us, we can go back with 39.5 or 39. You see, 39 is a little bit too short. It's better 39.5. Okay, this is the way, so it's why it's important to see exactly what is inside. Another solution is this one. If you have a shoes with the insole inside, the pre-made insole, the flat insole, you can take it out and measure it.
Because the classic shoes, they don't tell you the center.
Exactly. If it's a classic, you keep the number that the patient see, but you have the possibility to measure it, taking out the insole or having the centimeter, you use much easier. Because you have less work to do at the end of the product. So this is the unisex sport, that is the one that you need. But this template, we are speaking about template, are totally flat. So we have to do by ourselves the insole. Now the first step that I want to show you is to use a corrective insole that is already inside for the pathology. You are not a big pathology, but this. If you go in the models, this is different from the first one because in the models you start to have insole for pathology. This is the 3D view. Clicking on this and using the wheel, you can increase it. You use this wheel. With the right click on the mouse, if you move, you can turn it.
If you hold
Hold the 3D, the right click, the right button, you can increase and move it where you want. Okay. Here you have the top view where you can see the thickness of the orthotic. If you click, you see. You have to remember one thing. The mini machine has security level of 1 millimeter. But what does it mean? It means that when you do this one at 2 millimeter, the final result will be 3. If you did 0 here, 0.1, the machine will never go to touch the table, to touch the base, will stay 1 millimeter. So you have only to know this, all the machine at this security level that is 1 millimeter. So one of these, so it's just safe. So you can see the result. You can see the thickness. You see these portions as 16, 14, 11, 18. You can click on it and see the thickness. This is really important when you do the custom orthotic by yourself. So when you do from 0, you have element, you will see it. You have to check the value. If you use the models, the correction output. I've already done inside. This is the lateral view. That is, this is the, you see, this is the arch, and this is the outside border. So this is this one. You see, this is the
inside. Yeah.
Okay, inside, medial and lateral border. Now, what we have to do? We are doing a custom orthotic. So we have to open your picture, your foot, to understand if the direction are good and the size is good and so on. It's important that the feet are aligned in order to have the fixed position to compare during the time. Because if we ask the patient to go on the page as it was, he wants, she wants, maybe today is in this way, tomorrow in this one, tomorrow.
Spune pacientul să meargă în modul natural, dintr-o parte în alta, da? Mergi până în capăt, cum știi.
Okay, before to do this you can you can open the exam page, so dynamic.
În timp ce pacientul
Okay, you can open it before the walking, and then you let her walk.
Trecem la al doilea pictogramă, cea cu dinamică. Statica am terminat, cealaltă de dinamică.
Which?
Okay, bravo.
So you see, I don't know how many times you have to try. Depends on the patient.
If it's a child,
Aici putem să încercați de ori de nevoie până simțiți pe pacientul în față, dar merge normal și nu mai are acel... Pentru că nu e un dispozitiv care ne diagnosticează problema pacientului, ci pur și simplu ne arată deviațiile de la nivelul normal la un nivel pe care eu, ca și medic sau ortoped, medic ortoped sau chirurg, văd diferențele respective și le analizez prin cadrul cunoștințelor acumulate în perioada respectivă. Da?
E greșit să vorbim că aparatul ne dă un diagnostic sau aparatul ne diagnostichează.
Open the door without doing anything other. The machine, you have not to use a double side tape because the machine has a vacuum that is able to keep the insole sticked to the base. To switch on the vacuum, you press vacuum, and then you put the machine, the lock in the center. The machine stick it, and you cannot move it. Okay, so the milling machine is ready to start with the milling. Inside you have vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaner is always on. The button is always on because the vacuum cleaner will start when the machine will start to spin. So you have nothing other to do. Just put the block, close the door. Here you have software, you open the software, okay, this is the software that controls the machine. You have to load the file from the USB pen because it's in the USB pen at the moment. So you have to press the automatic process, that is auto menu here. So it means mill by yourself, load the file. The file is on the USB, it's called review. You see? Now this is just a preview. You don't need to do anything other. So auto process, load the file, and you can start the process. There is only one thing to do. When you open the door, or when you stop the emergency button, the machine has to start always from the starting point, just for security, because we cannot know if you move by hand the spindle or somewhere. So before to start, the machine will ask you to do the home. The home, it means to move the machine in the starting point that is on the top. So there is one button here, the only one that you have to remember, that this one move the machine on top left. You see? Because sometimes you can move the machine to clean, but the machine has to start from there. If you forgot it, the machine will tell you that you have to do it. So, and then you press start. When you press start, imagine that you are not working by hand, so you can do something other. You have more time to spend with the patient doing more exam or look into more patient. If you have to do one by hand the insole, you have to spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes just working on the hand. So this is really a good help to save time and to be very precise. And imagine if you want to do the same orthotic the next time with exactly the same correction like I have on mine, but changing just a bit, I don't know, giving more support or less support, I can start from the old design, modify it in a couple of minutes, and then push a button and the machine does it.